Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shelby Monet, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about all of the books that I purchased in January. So if you'd like to hear it, here it go. Okay, first let's talk about how I love to buy books. Like, it is one of my favorite things to do. Almost every store that I go into, I look at the book section to see if there's any books that I have not purchased or may have missed or anything like that. Like, I am a book buyer. It is my thing. I love to do it. So you guys will probably see book hauls fairly often on my channel. I'm not going to promise every month, but fairly often you guys will see book hauls. Next thing that we need to go over so that y'all don't hurt my feelings and make me feel bad. Baby, just because I bought a book today don't mean that I'm gonna read it today. I don't know when I'm gonna read some of these books. I don't know if they're gonna be book club picks. I don't know why I bought it. Most of the time I'm probably not gonna read it right away because I buy books for future Shelby, and current Shelby already has books that past Shelby has already bought her that she needs to read. So I don't know. Okay, because y'all be making me feel bad like I got like I'm a book hoarder or something, like I have a problem, and I don't be appreciating that. So I don't know when I'm gonna read them. They'll get read. I'll let you know when I read them, because that's what this channel is about now, you know. So there's that. I'm glad we got that out of the way so that we don't have to be, you know, making Shelby feel a way about all of the books that she buys. Okay, deal. Cool. So first we are going to start with A Red Death by Walter Mosley. As you guys know, I am reading through his Easy Rawlins series this year, and this is the second book in the series. So I am super excited to start this. I'm starting it next month for February, so I can't wait. It's actually, I know I just said that I don't read books right when I buy them, but I've like been eyeing this. Like, I want to read it now so bad, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna wait until next month so that I can keep myself on track. I'm kind of thinking that maybe I'll do 2 Walter Mosley books next month, because there are a few books in the Easy Rawlins series that I might have to start doing like 2 a month so that I can make it through the year, but we'll see. Whatever. The next book on the list is Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man by Emmanuel Achiu. So if you've never heard of this book or this fine black man, look at him. Ain't he just a scrumdiddly just chef's kiss, okay? Just fine, back big. Anyway, that's not why we're here. If you've never heard of him, he does a series on his Instagram called Uncomfortable Conversations with a Black Man, and it's about racism and just different things along that line. So I'm very, very excited to read this. I don't know when I plan to read it, but I've had my eye on this, and I got a copy for myself, and I bought one for my mom as well because she really wanted it. Next, I don't remember buying this book, but it is called Unraveling by Karen Lord. I don't know what it's about or what made me buy it, but it says Dr. Miranda Ikovu, forensic therapist of the city, just helped put a serial killer behind bars, but she soon discovers that her investigation into 7 unusual murders is not complete. A near-death experience throws her out of time and into a realm of lamberts and spirits. There she encounters brothers Chance and the Trickster, who have an otherworldly interest in the seemingly mundane crimes from her files. It appears the true mastermind behind the murders is still on the loose, chasing a myth to achieve immortality. Together, Miranda, Chance, and the Trickster must travel through conjured mazes, following threads of memory to locate the shadowy killer. This sounds good. This might have been a good book pick, Shelby. Yeah, I really don't remember reading this. Sounds good. So, might read that one sooner than later. Next, this came in the same box that the Unraveling did. Again, don't remember ordering this, but this is called The Cousins. And I think this is like a thriller as well. what does the inside say? They are cousins but barely know each other, and they've never even met their grandmother. Rich and reclusive, she disinherited their parents before they were born. Damn. So when they each receive a letter inviting them to work at her island resort for summer, they become curious. Their parents are unwavering on one point. Not going is not an option. This could be their chance to get back into their grandmother's good graces. Sounds interesting enough. We'll see what happens with that one. Next, this one is called Move the Needle. This is by Shelley Brander. So Move the Needle, yarns from an unlikely entrepreneur. So if you guys follow me because of my mom, you guys know that my mom was a Knit Star this past year, and Shelley is the owner of Knit Star, and she wrote a book. And I'm super excited to read this. Just reading the book cover, there were some things about her that I did not necessarily know. So I'm super excited to read this. She is so awesome. She is super nice to my mom, super encouraging to my mom. And she is just a hardworking lady all around. And I super love that. So I'm super excited to read her book. Next. So as you guys know, I had in the process of canceling Book of the Month for reasons, and I'm still like, I feel a way. I don't really know how to express my feelings verbally, but you won't be seeing much of Book of the Month on my pages anymore. Whether that be Instagram, YouTube, so on and so forth. But I do have a few books because I had 2 subscription boxes from them. I have a problem. So I'm going to show you that. The first one, I cannot wait to read this, is The Prophets by Robert Jones Jr. This is a slave story about 2 men who fall in love, and I cannot wait. I've heard such amazing things about this book, and it came out this month, so it is a fairly new book, but this is another book that is on my TBR for February. I'm gonna stop saying that so that when I do my TBR video, y'all won't be like, oh, we knew that already, Shelby, because you said it in your January book haul. But yeah, I'm saving this book for then because it is on my TBR for February. But baby, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to read this. I've heard such good things. And I just feel like we've heard a certain type of slave story before. And I think it's important that all of my ancestors' stories are told. So I'm super excited to read this. Next is The Office of Historical Corrections. I am very loudly known for not liking short stories. I feel like as soon as the story gets good, it's over. And I'm gonna be honest, I often associate short stories with never mind, I'm not gonna say that out loud. If you can guess my thought process, I'll send you something. But I heard very good things about this, so I wanted to read it. It might take me a while to get to this, I'm gonna be honest, because me and short stories don't really go together. Another one talking about LGBTQA-esque stories is Memorial by Brian Washington. This, I believe, is also a story about 2 men and their relationship, and I'm super excited to read it. I've heard very good things about this book. I actually think this is my second time purchasing this book because I purchased it once and don't know where I put it. Because I need more bookshelves, but that's another conversation for another day. Next, we have The Removed by Brandon Hobson. this is about, I got this because it talks about a family dealing with grief. And I think that's, you know, a very important subject to see. But I also think that this story may be about, yes, like a Native American folklore and like things along that line. So I was very interested in that because I haven't read many stories by Native Americans or about Native Americans. So I wanted to read this just to see, you know, how I liked it. It seemed interesting. Was totally interested in the whole bit about a family grieving, because grief ain't no joke. Grief is a lot. Okay. The next one that we have is Outlawed by Anna North. And I have a secret. I like to watch Westerns. But I've never read a Western before. So I thought, I'm always telling people to read diversely. I love to watch Westerns. What would it be like to read one? And there's a woman on the cover. So why not? That was that. The Push by Ashley Audrain. I think that's how you say that. Excuse me. This is about a mother struggling with postpartum depression. And it's a psychological drama. And again, I've never, you know, I'm not anybody's mama. I have not been pregnant before. So there is a stigma or an idea of what pregnancy is like, right? That the social media people and all of the rest of them put out there to make it seem like, oh, pregnancy is just this joyous thing, and like your baby gets here and you just love this human that you've never met before that has been taking all of the good things out of your body and using it for themselves, and you just love it, and like it's great, you live happily ever after. And that is so inaccurate for a lot of people. Like, postpartum depression is a thing. You know, your baby gets here and you don't automatically love your child. Sometimes pregnancy is more like the Alien versus Predator movie than people would really like to admit to you. Well, more like the Alien movie, like somebody just shoots this thing into you and then it claws its way out of you. That is more what pregnancy is like than the stuff that they put on TV. So I think that it's very interesting that there is a psychological thriller about after pregnancy and what it's like to be a mama when your mental health is not all the way there. So I'm very, very interested. I hope this is as good as I think it's going to be. 4 more books, y'all. 4 more. All right. Last 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 4. 4 more. Last 4. So we have The Blade Between Sam J. Miller. I don't remember buying this neither. Oh, I do remember buying this. It's scary. It's a ghost story about a rapidly changing city in upstate New York and the mysterious forces that threaten it. So Ronan promised himself he'd never return to Hudson. The sleepy upstate town was no place for the restless gay photographer, but his father is ill and New York City's distractions have become too much for him. So he goes home, and then like it's supposed to be a super creepy story, and that sounded interesting to me. So I bought it. I wanna read more scary stuff. And I'm probably gonna regret that because I don't necessarily handle scary well, but I'm gonna do it anyway and just be scared, you know. Then we have The Abstainer by Ian McGreer. Is that how you say that? Ian McGreer? This is another Western. Again, I love to watch Westerns. Why not try and read them? That's all I got. Or maybe this is not a Western. It looks Western adjacent. Why doesn't it say? It just says a novel. I know it's a novel, boo. Child Together. The abstainer. It's like Western adjacent. I don't know, girl. This one, Must I Go by Yian Lee. This sound is so interesting. Can y'all hear my mama walking through the hallway? This one was about a story. It tells a story of a woman reflecting on the life of a former lover in this provocative novel. So like the woman, I guess her lover passes away and she reads like some of his journals that she's found, and it just sounded like something that I haven't really read before, and it sounded like it could be interesting. So I really wanted to read this. It just sounded so good to me. And I'm also really like, I'm so fascinated by people's lives before me. Like, I think I've said this to y'all before, but like, have y'all ever seen that meme that says, like, I want to know what made your cousin a hoe? Like, I want to know all of the things about people, because the things that have happened to you before me very much form the way that you handle me and the way that you do things in your present day. And I don't think that we spend enough time getting to know those things about people. So it's like the things that have hurt you are the reasons why you may now hurt me, or the way why you may shut down from things, and so on and so forth. So it would be so interesting. Like, not that you ever want someone to die, right? Because that's traumatizing and hard to deal with, and grief ain't for the weak of heart. But to be able to like freely read someone's journals and to kind of learn all of these things about them that they probably wouldn't have been 100% comfortable telling you outright is totally interesting to me. And it in some instances it might bring up some bits of regret, like, oh, if I would have known, I would have treated you a little bit differently. But it kind of just makes things make sense to you, and you often don't get that kind of closure in relationships. So I just thought the whole concept of it was pretty cool. Last but not least, Moonflower Murders. So again, I've been super interested in thriller, super interested in like mystery and that kind of stuff. So I picked this up because I was like, oh, it looks pretty interesting. But the numbers in this book, it's like 2 books in one sort of thing, like a wrap up or whatever. And as you can tell, this is like a 600 page book. But when you go and turn to the last page, it says 358. And I was like, I know you would lie. I know it to be so. But yeah, it's a thriller. I thought that it might be interesting. Don't know when I'll read it. But yeah, that is everything that I have purchased in the month of January. So I hope you enjoyed my book haul. If you haven't already, I hope that you are subscribed to my channel. If not, make sure you do that. Thumbs up this video, comment, and share it. Let the people know that Shelby got a YouTube channel. That's important. And I will talk to you guys next week, Tuesday. Bye, guys.